What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to talk about some mods that I'm willing to sell, not willing to sell, and never sell. Now, let's get started. Okay, it is definitely getting a little cold here in Toronto, and I am in the midst of just storing my car. Now, today is relatively a-okay in terms of weather-wise. Hopefully, the rain will not come because I do want to store this car in a clean and dry condition. Now, before we get started with today's video, these are some of the mods that I have accumulated over the past couple of years since I've been in the E46 game. Some of these mods are from people that have had E46 in the past, and some of these mods are from vendors that no longer exist. So please, once again, do not take this video as an investment advice or even think of this video as a part of video. It's basically just for entertainment purposes. Now, how this video is going to work is it's going to be broken down into 3 sections. The first section would be mods that I don't mind personally selling. Second section is going to be don't want to sell. And third section is going to be mods that I will never sell. So without further ado, let's dive into the first section, mods that I don't mind selling. First mod would be the SSR Type CRS. Now, if you have been a fan of my channel and my socials, you do know that I do have an extra set of rims that are just basically sitting in the basement now. These rims were really meant for track use when I bought a new set of rims, currently the TE37s. But I just never got around to it. These are still one of my favorite setups of all time. They are a square setup, and these are very hard to come by. So all in all, they're just... Second mod in this category would be the CSL carbon fiber trunk. Now, I got a lot of questions about the trunk on where I got it from, how much is it, and how's the fitment. Personally, I got it here at a local vendor a while back, and it was at a good price back then. In my opinion, this trunk I wouldn't mind selling, and that is kind of why I not really destroyed it, but that's kind of why I drilled holes into it, because of the wing. I know there are many great options out there, such as the Saibon CSL carbon fiber trunk, which has a better fitment and better craftsmanship. I would definitely order from them if I was to be in the market for another trunk in the future. Diving into the second category, mods that I don't want to sell. First mod would be the Arcray front lip. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I've gotten a lot of questions on where I got this lip from and how does it fit. Personally, I got this lip from a vendor named Kohulti. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that vendor right, but unfortunately, they do not exist anymore. This lip is one of my all-time favorite lip options for the M-Tech 2 front bumper. Now, this lip is nowhere near perfect. It's actually in a pretty bad state. The sides of the lips is kind of cracking, but to me, I don't really mind. I plan on molding the lip to the bumper, and I just haven't gotten the chance to do so just yet. But all in all, this is a mod that I, don't really want to sell. Moving down to the next item that I do not want to sell is probably the Voltex carbon fiber wing. Now, this wing is an authentic Type 4 Voltex full carbon wing, and it's a lot of slack from Instagram, on YouTube, and even on my TikTok, people saying like, hey, you know what, like, your car, it doesn't need a wing, it's a sedan, it looks ugly, you price it out, you ruin the look, etc, etc, etc. If you, once again, have been a fan of the car, you know that in the long run, I do plan on swapping an S54 in there. It's just that life has right now been a little different for me. Priorities have changed, and that idea has been put on hold. But at the back burner of my mind, I'm still hunting for a good S54 motor. So when I get it, if you guys still have a problem with the wing, then we can talk. But for now, the wing stays, and I just like it. Third mod on this category that I don't really want to sell are the Vogue TE37s in the bronze finish. Now, these rims came in the market, I think back in early 2022 in, I think, wintertime. That is when I picked it up. These were from another Fanatic, and unfortunately these were like a stagger setup and they were a little bit curb rashed, but I touched it up with a paint that is very, very close according to the forums, and I also refreshed the stickers, and I've been in love ever since. These rims are one of my dream rims, and I don't know if I'll ever get rid of them. I would probably only get rid of them if another set of Vogue TE37s come my way in another color and in another spec. I think I would definitely be interested in a OG white set or even a mag blue TE37 SL finish. So if those sets come in my way and if a trade was to be kind of negotiated, hit me up. Now, last but not least, the final category. These are the mods that I'm not gonna sell at all. Like, I'm probably gonna hold these mods on until, I wouldn't say the end of time, but I will probably hold on to these mods for quite some time, just in case I get back into the E46 game, or just for wall art. You know, it's just like people collecting Funko Pops, collecting shoes, and you know, collecting cards. This is kind of like my hobby. So the first mod that I will never sell is probably my OEM BMW Performance carbon fiber strut brace. Now, there is no surprise that these strut braces are super sought after in the E46 community right now. The last E46 carbon fiber strut brace that I found on sale on eBay was going for around 3K USD, which is ridiculous. I know Carbonis is a company that remanufactured these strut braces. They made their own version and apparently it's stronger. That's a very good alternative, but at the same time, it still costs, I think, like £1,000 more or less. But these strut braces are super rare these days, and I kind of low-key regret getting rid of my second one. At one point, I did have two, and unfortunately back then, I didn't know the rarity of these strut braces, so I got rid of that one. So, safe to say, even in the future, if I don't have an E46, I'm probably gonna keep that and just hold it as memorabilia and hang up on my wall. Now, of course, I'm saving the best for last. The last mod that I will never get rid of, unless I really have to, is probably the OEM BMW Performance carbon fiber splitters. Now, I did a whole video on this back in, I think, 2021. If you haven't already done so, please go check out that video. But these set of carbon fiber splitters are to die for. The craftsmanship, the OEM fitment, the rarity of this option is just out of this world, in my opinion. This set of carbon fiber strut brace is perfect for any BMW ZHP or ZHP enthusiast out there. This mod or these splitters are so rare these days that I only see reps. I've never seen a brand new inbox pair of OEM carbon fiber BMW Performance splitters in the market ever. So this is a set that I personally will not get rid of, and I think I'm going to hold it for a long while, unless something comes up, unless I really need to get rid of it. But I personally, this is a personal mod grail for me for the BMW. So there you have it, guys. These are some of the mods that I'm willing to sell and not willing to sell. Let me know in the comment section down below some of the mods that you're willing to sell and some of the mods that you're never going to sell. If you haven't already done so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel and my socials. It really helps me in the long run to see if you guys really like this type of content, and if I should keep pushing out this type of content for you guys to enjoy. Who knows, I might push out a part 2 to this. My E46 has a long list of mods, and it's definitely a collection. This is definitely something that I really enjoy now. Once again, thank you for watching, and until then, see you next time.